Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Well, as they get ready for this next drive, we shift our attention to a little Super Bowl conversation. The third time that the Super Bowl, Charles, is going to be played in Atlanta, and the Patriots had 35,000 folks come out in Foxborough before departing for a little rally.
How about that? You would think that would be a fan base that might be a little bit blasé about the whole thing because they seem to go just about every year, but they continue to use their rallying cry. They hate us because they ain't us. And as for the game itself, February the 3rd, I can't wait. I'll be there to call the game internationally one more time. Just remember, this game is 17 years to the day since Super Bowl 36. Got this whole Patriots thing kick-started. Literally, Adam Vinatieri with a game-winning field goal. Patriots beat the Rams 20-17. Same franchise, different city. They were in St. Louis then.
Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
The storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On first down, Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, partner, after the conference championship games, there was a lot of talk about the overtime rules, understandably so. Do you think that anything needs to be changed in the NFL overtime situation?
I don't think so. And you got to remember, I'm an old crone, all right? So here's the deal on it. The NFL jumped into popularity with an overtime game, the Baltimore Colts being the New York Giants. Back in, what was it, 1959, 58, 59? That's when the NFL really came into prominence, and it was sudden death. Alan Amici, the Colts got the ball, they scored. No one talked about anything but, boy, what an exciting game. As time went on, people started talking about fairness. So the overtime rule finally got changed. If you score first with a touchdown, the game's over. Otherwise, you keep playing. I think that's pretty cool. And in our 2 championship games this year, we had overtime in both. Tom Brady and the Patriots won the toss, went downfield, scored a touchdown, ball game. Drew Brees and the Saints won the coin toss, threw an interception. The Rams kicked the field goal and won. Defense still exists if you care to play it.
Man 5-7. 81, 81.
Now Wentz on third down. Now he'll escape to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England, but it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
It certainly is, and just think about your chief weapons coming back. Saw what I did there, didn't you?
Yeah, chief weapons.
Thank you. Yeah. Tyreek Hill will be back. Travis Kelce will be back. Of course, Mahomes is the quarterback. The defense will need some work, though. They've got to get better against the run. Gave up way too many yards in that category. They've got to get back to their elite levels and takeaway numbers, something that's dropped off the last couple of seasons. But they started to make some corrections there. We'll be talking about Kansas City for years to come.
Yeah, that rush defense, 27th in the league, so certainly something to shore up before next season. Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the crossing route, complete. That's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes again, eluding the pressure right. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Slow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half.
Doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
CD, before this next drive gets going, the Pro Bowl took place January 27th in Orlando. 3rd year in a row that the AFC has won, and really the 3rd year in a row where the weather in Orlando has not been too kind. It was ice cold 2017, and then downpours the last couple of years.
Yeah, in addition to it being cool as well again this year, so rain and cold, that hurts the crowd a little bit, but still, this game has evolved into what I would call a crazier type NFL game. Quick whistles to make sure guys don't get hurt when there's tackling going on. How about receivers playing defensive back? Defensive backs like Jalen Ramsey catching touchdown passes.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly blocked down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Mahomes to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Mahomes again here on second and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And able to find Conley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also does
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down?
Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but you know, the Patriots...
Nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Reggie Ragland coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go, go. Here,
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That'll be a gain of 16, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let this one go, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
81, 81. Here, sit. Go, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Golden Tate, 45 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here we go. Waiting.
Here's a Johnny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Allen Bailey in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Jeffrey. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the the fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Great.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Working from the gun, Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Flushed out right. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now running right through it. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 53 yards. Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20.
In the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me. Can you hear me now? 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 All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. One might extensions, I don't look like expectations on. Man, it's too loud. Hit me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a G.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Ajayi. And a nice spin into some open field. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Touch! Brady!
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Being chased out left. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Spins away, and he's got room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Fletcher Cox. With a great push up front, he picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A good pick up there of 22. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Mahomes will try again on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Sunday. Stay stat. 82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Great. Sit. Black, come on.
Now Wentz on third down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Ajayi, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Black.
Wentz now to throw. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Lion.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 5.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Black, come on. Here we go. 280. Gray 15.
Now Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Green 90.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Great 15. Great 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the 1st.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Back man. Waiting.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, 26 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City 1st.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Corey Graham. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. A final shot before half for Wentz. Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rolling to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 40 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good people on the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ace! Black 58, real! Black 58!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Black 58, real! Black 58!
They run it again with Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got... And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Ajayi escapes him. Ajayi's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 54 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. 120. Here, sit.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. And now it's second down. Well, while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions apiece, and instead of splitting the trophy, they wrestle for it right there in the 50-yard line post-game, because you know sibling rivalries, one always wants the upper hand.
Okay, that's bold. I'll go Rams on a Greg Zuerlein 44-yarder from the right hash as time expires.
44,
MVP Todd Gurley, 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 rushing.
I like it.
There you go.
You don't like the McCourty thing, though.
No, I do like that. If that happens, you're Nostradamus.
There you go.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And room there to work it inside the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. And his kick is right through. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz to throw on second down. And an alley to run. Big hold of the 30. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like to...
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
82. That's it. Lion.
Wentz now on first down. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And going deep for Hill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys are going to get the football.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. Shorty wanna me cousin wearing gold. I came up and made it happen, I was by the stove. Big inside this cases once do me dirty, I'ma find you lay out on the floor. 19 with a I got rich by myself. Rather do this alone, I wasn't asking for no help. They keep asking how I'm winning with the card that I was dealt. Boy, I work hard for the seat and I ain't buckling my belt. Call my brother on the phone, he said, broski, you a star. I said, brother, hold it down, soon we'll all be living large. And it's crazy how last year was on my garage. Now I'm in a good position for this life, can't sabotage. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just wanna be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
He is going to find Hill here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get. Now movement already, so a flag down here on our very first play. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Come on now, let's go. Bring it to you. There we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Sproles so quick and agile, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here, sit. Black, come on. Listen.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Shakes off the sack. Staying on his feet. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Black. Hey, stack.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Go, go.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Caught right side, Tate. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Throwing on first is Wentz. Forced out to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield and get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he checks this one down to Williams. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Left, 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 left. Z, 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 Z. Z, 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 Z. Slow, slow, slow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 6 yards away. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, 120!
They'll run with a second-year man. This is Jay Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball,
82.
get ball.
82, 82.
Wentz now to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
82, 82. Push on.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's got the 1st down and more past the 40. Jay Ajayi's going to go. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
5-2. Trey 15, Trey 15. Go. Push on.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Black, come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Trey 15.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. But with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nickell Robey-Coleman's hit on Tommy Lee Lewis in regulation, when I saw it live, thought it was a bang-bang play. Turned out, it was definitely a missed call. Plus, they missed helmet-to-helmet contact on it as well. So if you're a Saints fan, you are very unexcited about the Rams advancing to the Super Bowl, but I still don't want pass interference to become a reviewable call. The game flow is paramount to me. Let's not slow it down any more than it already is.
Yeah, it could be a slippery slope, then you start doing it with everything.
Next thing you know, we'll be reviewing holding. And by the way, you can probably call holding just about every play in the NFL.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, It almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing is Wentz. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Great. Here, sit. 82.
Throwing now is Wentz. Being chased out left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let one fly for... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, 51 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10, 5.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Waiting.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 5. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
81, 81.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Now he steps away. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
shift. Shift. Gray 15. Gray 15.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Chris Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Shift. Shift. Flag. Lion.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.